Welcome to course number 2, lesson number 7. This is the lesson where we really get to learn and see that W.E.B. Du Bois and Marcus Garvey during the 1919, 1922, 23 period were really serving it not only as the senior statesmen of new African people, but of African people around the world. And we don't pay enough attention to their international program and how they were attempting to engage international society and colonial powers diplomatically in terms of establishing new states for Afro-descendant people. You know, the Allied powers had made promises that those who contributed to the war effort, World War I, that after the war, they would be considered in the negotiations on how to establish the New World Order. Marcus Garvey had petitioned the League of Nations stating that new African people had contributed $250 million towards the war effort, as well as sacrificing their blood in fighting. And so therefore, we were to be considered as receiving some of the war spoils, which in this case were the former German colonies. Both Du Bois and Garvey were attempting to get us a land base in Africa. And we don't pay too much attention to this part of their legacies. And so that's what we're going to learn in this, I think it's lesson 8. I forget what lesson we're on. In this lesson, we're going to learn some of the details of what they were attempting to do and figure out why they weren't successful. Why, when people were being classified as colonies deserving of mandated status under the League of Nations mandate system, why weren't new African people in the United States considered as people deserving of the sacred trust of being a mandated occupied territory, colonized people, deserving of being brought to independence? Meanwhile, why wasn't the UNIA, Marcus Garvey's Universal Negro Improvement Association, which was a legitimate representation of anywhere between 4 and 11 million people, why weren't they giving any territory as a trust, as a mandate themselves? So this is a great chapter for us to reconceptualize our history, change the narrative, and use it for our struggles today. Okay?